bizarre. Like, you know, the media, I think, portrays surfing as something, as a certain style, a certain genre of surfing that I think that people are a bit programmed to. You know, they look at surfing and shortboard surfing like Kelly Slater and they say, I want to do that. They look at a picture of a guy riding a mat across the wave, they're not thinking, I want to do that. It doesn't actually have that look cool factor until you're actually involved in doing it. You know, it's so different. Riding a shortboard versus riding prone is two completely different games altogether. One is competitive and one is not. You throw your ego overboard and you have to accept the fact that you're invisible in the water. I've surfed great days at Noosa, pulling into the deepest tubes and just watching the spit pass me in the tube, running out of breath because I can't take a breath because I'm in the foam ball for so long in the tube, and I come out to shore and I'm shaking with stoke, and I said, did you see that? To my friends. No, I didn't see it. My project with the belly boards is about making just a more high performance, faster belly board. I start with Paulownia wood, which is the best wood for making surfboards. And I've tried so many other woods, you don't get it. Balsa actually doesn't bounce and flex the way Paulownia does. But in order to get a little bit more flotation out of the board and a little bit of more lightness with the board, I put a small thin layer of EPS foam in between my layers of Paulownia. And that just gives me the flotation. And then it's thin enough so it still flexes, but it's a very positive flex, a real bouncy flex out of the turns. Now, with the boards I'm making, I actually put a reverse rocker in the board from nose to tail, and my gosh, does that give you a kick. The ability to push down on the nose and push down on the tail, and the speed you get is something you'd never experience on a foam finned surfboard. The whole board comes alive, like it's a whole different beast. And that's what I'm after, you know. Prone riding is largely about speed down the line across the wave. That's what you want, and you get more of it when you're prone riding. In smaller waves, you're much more connected. You're just connected with the ocean, you're connected with the wave, you're connected with nature. I find it's actually a better way to ride waves. Who should ride the prone board? Well, I think anybody should. Beginners, great surfers, people that are too old to stand on a surfboard, people with injuries. I mean, my gosh, you know, prone surfing is so much easier to enter into, yet so much more difficult to master than regular longboarding or shortboarding. If you get frustrated with crowds, well then ride prone, because all of a sudden you're not even looking at the same waves anymore. I'm actually looking for such a different wave that I want people to come surfing with me. I'm looking for a crowd, you know, and it's just so opposite. You know, we want to share our waves with our buddies and go surfing, you know, and we are happy to see them when we jump in the water. You know, it's so different. My fascination with prone riding is just being more connected to the wave. I'm just obsessed with sliding sideways, going fast, a bit of flex, and the ancient Hawaiians called it the la-la. And it was the ultimate form of surfing, which meant you were sliding, then controlling, grabbing your rail, sliding, and it's fast and it's difficult to do. I feel the same exhilaration on a small day riding prone as I do on a thruster pulling into big tubes or perfect noose on a nose rider. It's the same feeling. I come out of the water equally stoked. Fellow prone riders come here and we'll make a board and then we'll go surfing it. Because with our little micro society, you know, it's so much more inclusive than other types of surfing. There's so much to know about go riding prone and bellyboarding, and there's just so much to know.